Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this session, we will learn about the comment in Python. So basically, comment in Python are the line in a code that is ignored by the interpreter during the execution of the program. It would be started by the hash. So for example, we are working in an organization and I have written a piece of code. If I will switch from one job to another, then if I will not pass the comment, or if I will not comment out my code, then it would be harder for the next person to work on it or to proceed the task. The other use of the comment is that if someone is working on a project, the project is always divided into multiple chunks or multiple modules. Many developers, like 2 or 3 developers, are working on suppose in a single project. Then every individual developers is having their individual task, and once they are done with this, they integrate it. If other developer want to understand what is the piece of code is all about, they have to mention the comment out of it so that it will be readable or understandable by the other developers. Now let's see how we can write the comment. All you need to do is just start your writing code with hash. If I will write hash, then the interpreter will understand that it is a comment. Here I can write anything. This is my comment. Okay, so it is not going to be printed. Day 2 of Python. Okay, so in that case, the interpreter will only execute the print part but not this part. What if I will not provide the hash over here and I will write here, this is my comment? In that case, the interpreter will throw an error because it will not be able to understand it. And the error is syntax error or invalid syntax. So if you don't want to see such kind of error, then you have to write what? Hash in front of that sentence. Now, there are 3 types of comments. First is single line comment, which we have seen right now. The another is multi-line comment. If you want to do it, all you need to do is that, for example, I'm writing is, this is my multi-line comment. Okay. All you need to do is Control A, select all, and then enter Control front slash. Okay. So if you will do it, it will be considered as a multi-line comment. So multiple line is going to be commented out in one go. If I will write here my name, Munira Fatima. Okay, so this part only get printed and rest of the thing has been understood by the interpreter that it is a multi-line comment. Now the third thing is docstring. What is docstring? Docstring is basically, if you want to, is a kind of string literals in Python. If you want to comment out the multiple lines at a time, that means if you want to document something, or you write within the Python module function or classes and methods. So basically it is added right below the function modules or classes to describe what they do. Okay, all you need to do is that you have to write delimiter, triple code. If you will write triple code, and whatever the thing that you are going to write inside it, for example, this is a doc string in Python. Okay, whatever the thing which you will write here, and you will print here, this is doc string. Then this part is not going to be executed, and the interpreter will understand that this is a doc string. So there are 3 kind of a comment. First is single line comment, second is multi-line comment, and the third is the doc string. Now, since you have understood the comment, that how we use the comment, why we are using the comment, how many types of comment, now let's deep dive into the data types in Python. So as you can see, the word data type, so it represents the type of data or the kind of value that tells what operation can be performed on a particular data. So basically in Python, we are having some standard or built-in data types in Python. For example, numeric is there, dictionary is there, boolean is there, set is there, sequence type is there. Let's explore each and every data type in brief or in a full, like we can understand it individually. So first is the numeric data type. So when we are saying numeric data type, so basically there are three types of numeric. First is integer, another is float, and the third one is complex number. Integer basically is the value which is between the minus infinity and plus infinity. All the positive and negative points is called as the integer. How we can write it? For example, I'm having a variable x equals to 77. Okay, so this is an integer. Let's print this x. So this is 77 is the integer. How we will get to know is by using a built-in function called as the type. Okay, so with the help of a type, I can print the type of any variable. Okay, so if I will print the type of x, in that case you will see that it is an integer type. Similarly, if I will store y is equals to 88.89, okay, and if I will print the type of y, in that case I can see that it is a float value. So basically in Python, decimal is often called as a float number. Okay, now the third type is complex number. So basically complex number in Python can be written as z is equals to 3j. Okay, all you need to specify is here j. Now if I will print the type of z, then it will give me complex number here. Okay, so basically numeric is a data type in Python. There are three type of data type inside the numeric. One is integer, another is float, and third is the complex number. Now let's understand what is the other data type. So we have seen here there are the sequence data type in Python. Okay, so there is a sequence data type in Python. What are they? They are like string. String is a sequence data type. List is a sequence data type. Tuple is a sequence data type. They are called as a sequence data type because it is in the ordered, because it is the ordered collection of a similar or different data types. When we are saying this, let's understand what is a string first. So when we are saying string is a sequence data type, that means it is having an order. Okay, let's take an example. I'm taking a variable called as string, string is equals to, and I'm writing this is my second video. Okay, so you can see that the string is having a sequence or an order. Okay, so string is often write under the double inverted comma or the single inverted comma. Okay, so this is this, I mean, we can write the type of this by writing type over here, string, and hence you can see here the data type of it is str stands for string in Python. Now the next is list. Since we are saying sequence data type is nothing but the ordered collection of similar or different data type. Okay, so list, for example, I'm having my list is equals to, here I'm writing 11, 12, 23. Inside it I can write hello also. Okay, hello, and then world. Inside it I can write the decimal also, like 88.78. So it is in an ordered form and I can store any of the data type. As you can see, This is the integer data type. This is a string data type. This is a float data type. So inside a list, I can store any data type. And it is in a sequence form or in an ordered form. Okay. Now, if I want to print the type of it, all I need to do is type my list, pass the variable name. I can see that the data type of it is list. Now, the third data type that we have in sequence data type is tuple. So, if I will write here my tuple, so my tuple is an immutable data type. That means it cannot be changed. Non-changeable data type is tuple. How we will understand that it is a tuple? All the elements that has been written inside the small bracket, that will be considered as a tuple. Okay. Inside the tuple, we can store different type of data type as well, similar to the list only. But the difference here is list is mutable, whereas tuple is immutable. That means non-changeable. Second difference is list start with big bracket, whereas tuple start with small bracket. Okay. Let's say I'm storing here these values 77, and I'm writing here Meera and then Fatima as well. Okay. So as you can see, if I will print here my tuple, okay, so you can see this is what has been printed. If I want to know the type of it, all I need to do, type and then pass the variable inside it, tuple. Okay, so you can see here this is the tuple data type. Now the next data type that we are having is dictionary. Okay, so dictionary is another data type which is in the form of key value pair. Okay, so when we are saying dictionary, then it is having what? Key value pair. Key, it will be separated by a colon. This is the value. So let's say I'm having a dictionary called as diction. Diction is equals to, and here I'm specifying 1 as a row 1, and then the name of the candidate is Neha, then 2 Monica, then 3 Arjun. Okay, so whenever, if I will print the diction here, so I'm going to get a dictionary. If I want to know the data type of it, all I need to do, print, type, and then inside it pass the name of that variable diction. You can see this is the dictionary data type. The main property of diction is that if I will call the key, for example, if I will print here diction and inside a big bracket, I will write 1, then it will give the value. At first, we are having Neha. That's why Neha got printed over here. Similarly, if I will write diction and inside the big bracket, I'll write 3. In that case, I will get the output as Arjun. So dictionary is another kind of data type that is used to store the value, the key value pair. And if you will call the dictionary by its key, then the value get printed. Now the next data type that we have is the boolean. The term boolean itself says that true or false. Okay, so for example, if I will print the type of true, I'm writing here true, it will give class as bool. That means this is a boolean data type. Similarly, if I will write print and then type and I will write here false, false is also a boolean data type. Now the next data type that we have is set. Set is a kind of a data type which is an unordered collection of data type that is iteratable. That means we can iterate or we can apply any loop into it. For example, for loop we can apply, while loop we can apply. It is mutable, but it has no duplicate elements. When I'm saying no duplicate elements, no duplicate elements. Okay, and it is iterable, and mutable. Okay, mutable means changeable. So set starts with curly bracket. Dictionary also starts with curly bracket, whereas in dictionary we are having key value pair, and in set we are not having any key value pair. Okay, and inside the set we cannot store the duplicate value. Just have a look. Suppose I'm writing it as set1 is equals to curly bracket 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So as you can see here, 1 and 2 is appearing twice in this set. So if I will print set1, then it will remove the duplicate values and only contains the unique values. So this is the specification of a set which does not entertain duplicate elements, and it is iteratable and it is mutable. So these are the data types that we have learned so far. So basically there are 5 types of data type. First is numeric, another is dictionary, then boolean, then set, sequence, type. In numeric we are having 3 data type. First is integer, second is float, third is complex number. Dictionary consists of key value pair. It is another type of another data type. Boolean is basically true and false. Set is the collection of the unique elements. Sequence type is list, tuple and string, which is in the ordered form and in a sequence.